Fly now, pay later. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, and I thought we have to have a look at this Yahoo Finance article, guys. I mean, buy now, pay later is one of our greatest inventions. It's going to be right up there with the Hills hoist and the wine cask as great Aussie exports, hipster lay-by. But so 9% of Aussies plan to fly now, pay later. There you go. As Aussies scroll longingly on airline websites planning their next overseas trip, nearly 9% are planning to pay for it much later by using either personal loans or buy now, pay later services like Afterpay. And I bet you once people can travel overseas, you're going to see a flood of them going on adventures. That's the takeaway from research out today from Finder, which also found 15% of millennials and Gen Z were keen to fly now and pay later. There you go. Some of the major airlines now offer buy now, pay later payment options for their flights, making it tempting to book that trip. Cathay Pacific, Jetstar, Qantas, and Virgin Australia are among the local airlines offering flights without having to pay for the entire flight up front. Although an interest-free finance option seems like a breeze, missing a payment can often result in a fee of around $10. Credit card expert at Finder, Amy Bradney George, said buy now, pay later services could be a great alternative for Aussies desperate to travel. Booking travel in such unpredictable and unprecedented times can be challenging, and it's made even harder during an expensive time of year, she said. Having the opportunity to space out repayments can be tempting for people who might not have cash on hand to pay all at once. For the travel industry, it can also encourage the sale after such a tough time. But don't spend money you don't have. I know I shouldn't be saying that's probably considered hate speech now in Australia, saying that, isn't it? If I was in New South Wales, I'd probably get arrested. Having the opportunities, okay. Sensible savers still top. A healthy 59% of those surveyed planned to fund their international flights through savings, the largest segment of those surveyed. Almost a quarter of respondents were unsure of how they plan to pay for their flights, with a further 20% planning to put it on credit cards, potentially risking attracting interest charges if not paid off entirely by the due date. As for using buy now, pay later, George suggested using restraint and considering what was appropriate for the individual. Buy now, pay later can be a great way of spacing out your cash flow as long as you're keeping it to one purchase at a time and limiting your accounts to one, she said. Now that's probably some really good advice. That is some really good advice if you want to maximize your money. But you need to have self-control with that. There's one viewer who contacted me. They'd used an ING credit card and gone around everyone they knew and paid their bills on their behalf and then got the cash from them and stored it all in their own account, because that means that was another 30 days of offset on their mortgage that they would have before it pulled the money off their home mortgage. And they use that to pay off their home loan real quick, which, is fantastic if you can do that, but not everyone can do it. And you can't be running around begging people to pay their bills for cash. And you need self-control. A lot of people, that would be a disaster for them. And that's the thing with buy now, pay later. A dream vacation is on everyone's mind. But before you commit to a large repayment, think about your current and future financial obligations and whether you can afford it. So crypto, least popular for vacationers? Only a measly 2% of those surveyed said they would pay for flights using cryptocurrency. Well, yes, although that may change as crypto becomes more widely available, particularly given the Treasurer's proposed crypto reforms coming in 2022. Well, that's because people want to hold on to crypto. They don't want to spend it. Okay? Like back in the days when they would get coins and they would debase the value of them, people would hold on the coins that had more of the original precious metal in it than the newer ones. The crappier money is the one that flows through quick. So people will spend their fiat, or they'll spend money they can borrow for nothing before they spend their crypto. A small cohort, 3% of Aussies surveyed, said they plan to hit up a friend or family member for the money. Hopefully no one I'm related to. Well, yeah, there we go. So what do you think, guys? Buy now, pay later. Let's have a bit of a talk about this one. I understand why it's an advantage to people. It can spread out payments. It can make money go further. It's better than a credit card. But really, if you don't have the money, you shouldn't spend it. What do you think, guys? Because this isn't using buy now, pay later to put a car battery in your car to keep it going, or to pay for some food that you need, or some emergency repairs. This is for a completely frivolous thing. Okay? That's what it is. And don't get me wrong, back in the days when I was a student, I borrowed money. I got a personal loan to travel overseas on a university trip. It was probably a mistake. I ended up paying a lot more than it actually was. So I understand. But guys, just wait a bit longer and save the money. Just don't get smashed out. What do you reckon? Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out this video about buy now, pay later at hospitals. Coming everywhere. That's the future. That's our Aussie innovation, guys. Ain't it great? Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you all in the next episode of HeiseSays. Buy now, fly later.